whip up my appetite. Don't leave me here high and dry. Oh, well, I don't wanna jinx it, baby, and twist myself at the spine. Don't wanna overthink it, baby, so just twist your body and mine. Baby, you give me ice and fire. You're giving me wind and rain. You're some kind of butterfly. Baby, you give me midnight. You whip up my appetite. Don't leave me here high and dry. Oh, but I don't wanna jinx it, baby. Let's not get ahead of my time. Oh, but I don't wanna miss you, baby. So I stand up and speak just my mind. Oh. Baby, you give me ice and fire. You're chilling wind and rain. You're some kind of butterfly. Baby, you give me midnight. You whip up my appetite. Don't leave me here high and dry. Baby, you give me ice and fire. You're channeling wind and rain. You're some kind of butterfly. Baby, you give me midnight. You whip up my appetite. Don't leave me here high and dry. Oh, 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 oh,
Welcome everyone back to another stream on Planet Coaster. My mic's webcam's a bit there. Welcome all back to another stream. We are back inside of Sunnyside theme park that we started building. You may have noticed a couple of things have changed. I've got rid of the Schwarzkopf loop in and put in a Mac Extreme spinner. I just sort of fixed up a few things just so it was all ready for this stream. We've now earning some money instead of it just being in a massive loss. And we can now actually be able to do some things with the park. I spent a couple hours just getting it all fixed. I realised the big issue I had for some reason a lot of guests were stuck here. So it was saying there was 1,000 guests in the park, but really there was none. None that we could see. So we fixed that up there, and now we are just back at normal. We've now got 800 guests, and it actually looks like there are 800 guests in the park. So starting off now, Coaster Point, well, welcome to the chat. We have also got an announcement throughout this video. We've got a very special guest coming onto the channel. Comment down below who you think's coming on to the channel for a very special video. So, starting off now, we need to see what's making us money and what's not. I had these running, they weren't making us any money at all, so I'm going to delete them. We're going to check this out. That's making us £600 and £89 a month. This is losing us 211, but that was broken down for quite a bit last month, and that is usually on a plus. The wooden coaster, £800 a month, brilliant. Sizzler's on 500, and then we have Ascendance, which again is on a minus, but it seems to be that it was just broken down throughout last month. So now looking at it, this is making us £5 a month, and there's not really any guests riding it. So based off of that, we're going to have to delete the Copperhead Strike as well, and try and build something that's a bit more attractive to the guests in this park. So what should we want? We want one for all ages, because we're trying to attract guests in, and for families, and then we will end up turning it into a bit of a thrill park, hopefully. So we're going to start off by building, should we do a Looney Tunes, which is in a loco by SNS? Yeah, why not? Why not? Right. Okay, let's build a station in a very similar spot. Right here. Yeah, let me know, who do you think is coming onto the channel. It's going to be very exciting. Very exciting to see if you guys can guess. Though it is quite a difficult one to guess, but yeah, things have been going in the works. Now we've got someone coming on, which I'm very excited for. Alright, so start off, we're going to do a little pre-drop into their classic outer bank turn. Coming down then like this. I think doing this. Maybe then a little pop of airtime. Although I think that will actually just smooth itself out. Let's make it a bit more extreme, just so it doesn't get smoothed out as much. Right, let's quickly start the test, see how quick it goes around the entirety of this layout of the like 5 pieces of track that have been put in. Or it just freezes. I mean, that also works just as well. Okay, that goes pretty quick. So that needs a bit of smoothing. Now, these rides are very hard to get smooth. If you guys have ever played Planet Coaster, you will know that these are just a jittery mess. So let's see what we've got. There we go. I'm now going to bring it into a cutback. I'm going to use a prefab just because of how rough it gets with this coaster type, and I want it to be somewhat smooth. That makes it round. It makes it round. It may hang, but it makes it round. Oh, you know what? I'm not really feeling it. I feel like this isn't going to fit in with a park, you know? I just feel like this ain't going to fit in. So let's just delete all of this. You know, I'm really terrible for just starting to build rides and just going, it's not fitting in. I don't really want to add a launched. Let's add a classic arrow looper then. And let's start it off lower to the ground. Because they're usually pretty popular in parks, I believe. How tall should we make it? I say make it like 130 foot. That's 130 foot there. There we go, that looks pretty good to me. So, let's do a bit of like a big one. Kind of drop where it'll sort of swoop round down here. Bit like this. There we go. That's going to pull some forces, that's for sure. There we go. That looks like Garrow's typical awkward banking. And let's do what Arrow typically does. And just build a loop higher up on the ground. Just like that. That's going to go through with quite a bit of speed, but that will be fine because, yeah, Arrow coasters aren't usually built to last, are they? Then let's go into a corkscrew. So I do usually build custom elements, but I'm just not really feeling it today. But who do you think, guys, are going to be on the channel? I'll give you a hint. It's going to be an interview style video. Yeah, it's going to be an interview style video where I'm interviewing someone, and it's going to be very interesting. So it's not going to... You might guess them already. I don't know when the video will be out, but we have got a scheduled date and time for the interview. So hopefully it'll be out not long after. So fingers crossed, but I'm very looking forward to it. I've got to make up some interview questions now. So if you guys want me to ask any questions as well, I've been in the chat. Obviously you don't know who it is yet, but as soon as you guys do know, I will obviously ask any questions that you have. There have been a few that I've been asked not to ask, which is perfectly fine. So I won't be asking anything of them, and it's not anything really, it's like, you know, not anything that you would really want to ask anyway. So let's build a double down and then get it up into a mid course brake run, and then we can start to see how much speed it's getting. There we go. Right, let's start the test. Let's see. How's it riding? Goes around the corner, then up into the lift hill. Let me know as well, have you guys been on the big one? In Blackpool, the Pepsi Max big one. If you did have, what did you think of it? That definitely needs to be smoothed. And that does need to be bigger. Yeah, okay, that goes a bit too quick, doesn't it? I need to raise them. Oh my god. I may have slightly misjudged the speed on that. I'm literally just going to raise the entire layout. Because that's pretty much what Arrow does. If they think something's going to run too fast, they just raise it up. Just like that. And then I'll just fix then this. That seems a little bit smoother. Yeah, that sort of looks like awkward Arrow banking. Okay, let's see how this takes it. How has it got so much speed? Like, wow, that has got a lot of speed. Okay, I'm just going to have to redo the whole layout. Putting that up isn't fixing that speed. That's a lot of speed. I'm just going to do some airtime hills here. Just like this. That's going to have a lot of speed going over there. And then I'm going to bring it into a cobra roll, because I want to kind of bring it back around this way. There we go. That looks very sort of what Arrow do. They tend to just build their elements really high up, which is not really what they do in modern times, but this is obviously not a modern coaster, is it? And I'm going to build Arrow's double corkscrew very high up in the air. Let's see how this takes it now. This is when this doesn't make it round. And it doesn't make it round. We gotta give it more speed. It's like one extreme to the other. Okay, now let's try. Bringing this lower down. There we go. Now let's see how that runs. That still crawls. Right, this is going to have to be a very quick lift hill. Because then it hauls through there. If we add in a trim brake here. Because I want this to be quite tall, high up. Okay, let's see what this is going like. Oh my god, I thought it was sped up, it weren't. Oh my god, that is very quick. That takes out a better speed, but that was very quick. Kai Cool, hello, welcome to the channel and to the chat. Hello Jessica, nice to see you once again. Welcome to the stream. I think I'm just going to have to lower this down and just accept defeat, to be honest. And then adjust this airtime hill. Because I want this to go, the corkscrew to go on top of this airtime hill. So I've got to bring it down a bit. Then I've got to bring it down a bit. Yes, we do have a very special guest coming onto the channel, which I'm very looking forward to do. For those of you that have been on for a bit, I have mentioned it a few times now. But yeah, let me know down below who you think the special guest coming on will be. They are some very big corkscrews. Like, they are really big. Okay, that takes at a bit slower speed, so that's pretty fine. Okay, let's get rid of them trim brakes. And then there will be going at a good speed. To where we can then start to sort of bring it round. So the Arrow coasters don't typically have heart lining, but I'm going to add it. Yes, let's bring this around. We're going to need a name for this coaster as well. So pop your suggestions down below what you think it should be named. Themepark Worldwide? No, it's not. It's not Themepark Worldwide, unfortunately. There is someone very exciting. It's going to be an interesting. It's going to be an interview. Not really done any interviews before, so I don't really know what to say, but once I announce who it's going to be, I will let you guys give me any suggestions for questions that you want to ask. But it is not. They are not from the UK. That is a hint there. They are not from the UK. They do create theme park content, but it's not. It's a very unique content. It's not like your traditional vlogs. It's more inside look into theme parks. So that's the sort of hint I'm giving on who you think might be coming and checking out the channel. Right, let's give this name for coaster, Corky. Ah, that's a good one, you know, because it's a corkscrew in there. That's pretty good. That's a pretty good name suggestion. Right, let's see it go around. So, yeah, very intense, just as aero coasters are. Going through the classic corkscrews. You know, I'm watching the stream, yeah, on my phone, and it's not actually that far behind. Because obviously I watch it to make sure everything's running through okay. And usually there's quite a lot of like latency, it's usually like half hour to a minute. But this is actually going on pretty quickly. So I've literally just finished talking about it and it's already coming up on the screen. This is what I'm talking about it. So right, now that that was built, let's build the second half of this layout. What's the smaller coaster name? I'm going to be talking about the Max Spinning. I haven't actually named that one yet. So if you want to give that a name, any name suggestions would be great. That is a Mac Spinner. Hi, looks sick. Welcome to the chat again, Coaster Point. Make sure you guys as well join the Discord server if you're not. After I finish my streams, I go onto the Discord server for the after stream chat. You guys can all feel free to join in and have a little discussion about whatever is on your mind. Right, let's bring this right. But I'm not going to lie guys, I'm really hyped for this interview I've got lined up for the channel. I've literally managed to get it all sorted down today now, and it should be happening in about a week's time. So yeah, any suggestions of who you think it is, I will let you guys know by the end of this video, or end of this stream, as to who it is we've got coming on. Right, I'm looking for, why am I looking in rolls when I want to loop? Okay, we're going to need to do a loop to the left. Yeah, that looks pretty fine. Now then, let's see how this takes it. Okay, we don't know the second half yet, but we'll find out. I think I'm going to add in another load of corkscrews, just because that's a very arrow element. And then going into a bat wing. This is the most prefabs I've ever used. Usually I build all of my elements by hand, but I just kind of want to get the arrow trains in this game. They really run not very good. So to get the best smooth with them, I'm going to be using the prefab elements today. Okay, that comes out too much. So usually I'd add in like an airtime mill or something. I'm trying to keep this very arrow-like, so I'm just going to add some straight track to push it forward more. That's very much what something arrow would do. No, we want a back wing to the right. And that fits in perfectly. I don't think that will make it round, to be honest. But let's find out, shall we? Let's connect this all up. What speed does this slow it down to? Let's make sure, say it so it doesn't have to slow down. And then let's see what it comes out like. Okay, that seems alright. Goes around with quite a bit of speed, which is perfectly fine. That's what we want. Yeah, that goes. I don't think it's going to make it round, to be honest. Ooh, nope. I didn't think it would. That's fine. We'll just have to lower it down. Lower it down by about that much, and then smooth this all out to make it into a bit of a drop. Right, stop test, start test, and let's see how this goes. So because that now should make it round, I'm going to continue with the last little bits of this ride. I'm going to now make the brakes in this coaster. If you aren't already as well, please make sure you hit the subscribe button. It really does make a big difference to this channel, and if you hit the subscribe button as well, you should get a little ping come up on the stream saying you have subscribed. So if you can subscribe, that would be greatly appreciated. It really does help push this channel against the YouTube algorithm and try and show it off to a few more people. So if you do enjoy this content, please hit a subscribe button. And if you don't, then I'm sorry. If it's not for you, it's not for you, which is perfectly fine. So, small coaster suggestion, grey. I don't know if grey works. It's a spinning coaster. I will show you guys the layout again in a moment. But this is the smaller family spinner coaster, just to help bring in some more money. Oh, we're nearly running out of money. Speaking of money, this coaster's nearly cost us about 10 grand. So we need to get this back into the station now. Which, for Planet Coaster, to be honest, that's probably about the average price of a coaster. In real life, they wish it cost 10 grand. It's kind of putting into like a bit of an S-bend now. Up into the brake run. I might have to shorten that bit of brake run, to be honest. I don't know. Let's see if I can kind of get it to come down from this one. Oh, and I completely missed Themepark 2030's chat. I do apologise. He said it valleyed just like my Hyperion today. Yes, it did valley. It did valley. I did see that your Hyperion on Minecraft did valley as well. That tends to valley a lot, that does, doesn't it? Yeah. I'm going to try and move. I keep realising I sort of lean into the mic like this, and I realise that you guys can't actually see me speaking. But I don't know if... I don't know. Can you guys still hear me okay? I've just turned my mic up. If I move it further away, that should make it fine. But right, let's quickly just connect this up. Just like that. I can give it some smoothness later. And I should make it round. Perfectly fine. Exactly how we want it. And then that then goes through quite an extreme way to get back into the brake run. But we can add some trim brakes just before then. Just to make it a little bit smoother. Name suggestion, mini spin or spinny? I quite like spinny. I think that kind of works for a... Or mini spin. I think I'm going to go mini spin, actually. Let's name it mini spin. There we go, we've now got mini spin. And let's give this a ride. Hopefully the last few turn-ins will be a bit better. If not, I can just add an extra helix or something to make that run a little bit smoother. So, go into the corkscrew. We've got quite a few inversions. I wonder if we beat the Smiler in inversions. I don't think so. I don't think there's that many inversions, but there's at least 10, which is what was really on the Arrow Mega Loopers. 10 inversions. This orbit does need to be smoothed out. But smoothing doesn't really affect the speed of the ride, so we should be all good there. Going through that loop quite intense. Into the second lot of, or third corkscrew. Then into the Batwing. Going through the ground, of course. Then coming into the final brake run, which it goes through very quickly. Okay, yeah, I think we're going to need to add in an extra helix at the end. Just because that does go in a bit too extreme. I'm not a big fan of that. So let's kind of slowly bring it around like this. Let me know as well, guys, are you in the Discord server? It'd be nice to know if you guys have joined the Discord server, if you even knew there was a Discord server. If you didn't, then feel free to join the Discord server, where you get to yeah, chat with loads of people, and get to join the after stream chats that we do after we finish these live streams. Okay, now let's delete that piece of track there, just to make the building of this helix a little bit smoother. Who remembers Bottletop Bill and his best friend? I do not. I feel like I kind of know people have talked about it, maybe at like my work or something like that, but I definitely do not know that show, that's for sure. And then join them up like that. I've always found that helixes are the best way to join pieces of track that are like too much of a snappy S-bend, because you can kind of stretch a helix out and then make it tighter, and it just fits in perfectly, just like showing here. Right, now let's give it all a good smooth, and then we'll give the entire layout a smooth, and then we can add in 3 trains. I reckon I'll run this on 3 trains. Let's give it there's all this bit as well that needs to be smoothed, as this bit's had no smooth treatment. And then yeah, we can go give it a ride. Let's add in 3 trains, just like that, and now let's give it a ride for what will be called Corky. Here it comes. Right, let's quickly get the test results up, just so we can see how it does exactly run. Here we go. Lots of airtime there. To a corkscrew, a second corkscrew, then up into the brake run. Into an inversion, and into a cobra. Why do I keep calling it cobra roll? Into a corkscrew, down into the Batwing element. So I believe this is what Arrow did used to call a cobra roll, and then it should come around then into the final helix to bring it round into the station, just like that. Okay, then brakes don't do anything. Let's change that. Then brakes should be braking, but they're not braking. That would be why they're not braking. There we go. And now let's let that test while we sort out all of the queue lines. And then we can eventually then get some guests riding. I mean, that works for the exit. That definitely does the job. And that's all we needed to do. And then the entrance then cannot be up like this. I'm hoping this will be quite a busy ride in this park. Queue line. Okay, we need to get rid of them few bits. Queue down there. Okay, let's flatten the terrain. Okay, that's not going to work, is it? Unless I try taking off the flattened terrain, that might work. Yeah. That's not the longest queue line in the world, but I'm hoping that a train will stop on this block zone here, just to see if it'll make it round, and if it doesn't, then bonus. Okay, it's going to stop. And I have a feeling it's going to valley at the back wing. Bat wing. So let's see. Oh, we didn't even make it anywhere near. Right. Let's get that nice and fixed. So okay, that's not going to change the release speed too much. Let's just raise it up. So it should come in at a crawl. There we go. Now let's see if that will fix it. A bit of a higher mid-course. I mean, that looks really good with the sunset, I've got to say. That on the skyline is impressive. That would definitely intimidate anyone. Although I have just realised we are in the negative numbers, so that means let's hope that something has just broken down and not going wrong. Here we go. Come on, speed up. This second train now we need to be looking out for. Here comes the second train. As that should then fully stop. And hopefully that should make it throughout the entire layout. Oh, it's very slow. It is very slow. Oh, that is very slow, isn't it? It does make it around the layout though, that's all that's really important, is that it does make it around the layout. Which it does. So let's open that up. Oh yes, we need to name it Corky, don't we? Thank you very much, Jessica, for the name suggestion. Oh, that's Corku. We don't want Corku, we want Corky. There we go, we've got Corky. Corky the ride. Just like that. Now open, and hopefully we can get some guests going on it. If nobody rides it, then we've just wasted 10 grand basically. What are the test results saying? Pretty good test results. Most of them in the green, which is what we want to see. And guests are making their way over to it. So hopefully then once we get a bit more money in, we can start adding in some marketing campaigns for it. Okay, yeah, guests are definitely wanting to ride it. I think 3 trains may be a bit much, but then I did put 3 trains in here and then that started to gain a massive queue. Let's see. That maintenance is looking pretty good. We are starting to make some money now. We're on £1,000 for monthly profit, which is great. Exactly what we want to see, isn't it? So, since this comes into the positives, which it's not, so something's broke down. Ascendance broke down. So as soon as we start getting plus money, we can then start working on some marketing, which we can do now, and then maybe even building the second ride. So we want a lot of... Okay, I'm sure that... Let's add a lot of teenagers. Let's risk it with teenagers. See if that will bring in some more people to get onto the brand new ride. Yeah, that seems to be working. We seem to be getting in a lot of teenagers. Which works, which is what we need to boost up. I mean, look at that on the skyline. Imagine walking into a theme park and this is what you see. You've got a nice big wooden coaster on the side. There, you've got a Mac on the side there, and you've got the arrow looper over there. I mean, that just looks so good. That is definitely a brilliant skyline. Now we just need a big coaster over here as well now. Maybe get in like a launch typer or something. Like a hydraulic launch. Actually, have we got a hydraulic launch? Yeah, we have got a hydraulic launch, so that couldn't even be the next ride. Or we can build a motorcycle from Vekoma. But either way, we're going to need another coaster in the skyline. And we're going to need to fix this terrain issue as well. There we go. Let's see if we can add in a bit of water. No, it won't let us. That looks pretty good. I think so anyway. I think that looks pretty good. Jessica said it's beautiful. Thank you. Yes, I do definitely agree. But yeah, it's a beautiful skyline. Just especially having a wooden coaster in your skyline really helps, and then a big coaster in the distance just looks really intimidating, which is sort of kind of vibe we're going for. Although this has just broke down, and that definitely needs refurbishment. So let's take out some loans. We'll take out 15 grand in loans. We'll refurbish this because that's quite a popular ride, and then we'll get building on our final coaster for the moment. I think we need something here. Now, what should we go for? Should we go for an SLC? Kind of fit in with the time period that we've got, a bit more old-fashioned, minus obviously the Mac Extreme Spinner, or we can go with a launched hydraulic or an LSM launch. I think if we're going to go for a launch, it'd have to be a launched hydraulic. I think, yeah, let's go with a Zenith hydraulic launch. Build, see if we can get like a Giga in or something. Or really, we could build a Giga with the launched Vector, but hydraulic launches they just punch you. They're just better. So we want it to get about, not 130. Get it to about 74 miles an hour. And we just want it to simply... How have we just spent 15 grand building that? We just took out 15 grand worth of loans. How was that? Simply just that cost us 15 grand. And does it even make it over the top? It doesn't even look like it's going to make it over the top. It doesn't even go close. That we need a longer launch track. That's the fastest acceleration. Oh no, never mind. It does go quicker. Okay, that's a bit too quick. We don't need a long launch track. How was that just cost us 15 grand? What's so expensive about it? I suppose the launch is like 2 grand a piece, isn't it? Okay, never mind. We ain't gonna do that. That's too much money. Yeah, there we go. That's what cost us all of our money. Our launch track. Name suggestion: Hydro. Which one would that be for? Well, maybe probably for the hydraulic launch. I'm not gonna build that no more. That's too expensive. I'm gonna build an LSM launch. It's cheaper and have a very similar layout. And I'm just gonna change the acceleration to 20, just so it's just as snappy as a hydraulic launch. No, it's not cheaper. Why is it still 1,200? It's not cheaper. I don't know what I'm feeling then. So how much is this launches for the motorbikes? So we could build a pretty good motorbike coaster. As long as that's going to be... Oh, that's even more expensive. So I proceed to build it anyway. But I think that only goes a max of like 60 mile an hour. Which is still pretty quick. And how quick does that go to? That reaches 44. Let's increase the acceleration to 8. And then let's see how that goes. How quick that goes to. 50 mile an hour. 51. I think that will be fine. For a Vekoma motorbike coaster. So I want to go into a bit of an airtime hill. I've only ever ridden one of these, and that was at Flamingo Land. And to be honest, I was really surprised at how punchy the launch is. I feel like as you're sitting down in like a motorbike seat, the launch just feels punchier. I mean, they all sort of have very similar layouts. Sort of do this, it'll go into some drops, into some twists and turns, and then does some airtime hills back into the station. I feel like every single motorbike launch coaster ever does this. So that's pretty much what we're going to do. Nope. We're going to want to put that back to 0. Why has the game frozen again? And then bring that down and round. The nausea on that's pretty high, but then that also very much could be because it isn't smoothed out. Name suggestion: Area 51. That's quite good, actually. I'm gonna name this Area 51. Sort of like a speeded motorbike, kind of get like an alien speed chase sort of thing. Even though I'm not gonna theme it because that takes a very long time to theme a good coaster, and we're out of money. We're out of money. Let's just try and smooth this with no money. It's only gonna sort of smooth a few bits, isn't it? Till we get some money in. So really I need to make this hill a little bit shorter. Although I don't really want to. I could just add some trim brakes there to make this bit a bit less intense. This whole bit's pretty intense. Yeah, I'm gonna. Once I get money, I'm gonna add. Do I think aliens exist? I don't think they exist in the way that movies portray them, but I definitely do think there is like other life out there. I mean, you've got to think how big the universe is. There's got to be some form of outside life. Okay, what are we losing money on? What's costing me £6 a month? I'm no longer marketing. Have I got any research projects going? No. Ah, rides breaking down. That's what's costing me money. Right, that makes sense. Hopefully now this ride's back up. Corky is now being fixed. Hopefully this will go up. Is this? Yeah, maintenance. This is good. This is good. And they're all in the green. We're still in a grand debt, and we're minus £3 this month. Let's see what's costing us all of our money: park management, staff wages, loan repayment, marketing costs. So it's mainly been the marketing costs then, which has brought in the extra guests. Now the marketing's off, we should start seeing some money being made, fingers crossed. And we can continue on with our fun coaster line. Imagine if they were building rides and this is how they done them. They'll send them around the track, they'll go, let's see if it makes it on the layout. I've just realised my light's in the corner, a bit in the corner of my video. There we go. And yeah, they sort of send it round and then they go, we'll see if it goes round, and then they just crash the trains into the supports. That would be definitely an interesting way of building coasters. What about ghosts? I don't know. I don't know about ghosts. Yeah, I don't know. How have we been live for nearly an hour? These streams go so quick. That's mental. But I don't think I'm going to be streaming much longer, as in I'm going to end the stream right about now. So pop down what YouTube theme park, sort of theme park channels do you watch, and who do you think I am getting on the channel for an interview in the near future. So that pretty much sums up this live stream. We've done quite a bit. We've built this coaster, we've half built this one. I'll leave this for the next episode. of this stream, and yeah, so let me know down below who you think's coming on, and if you like this video, make sure you hit the like button, the subscribe button, and the notification bell to be notified of any upcoming videos. Make sure that you join on the Discord server as well. Once again, do apologise, not the longest stream, but obviously I'm going to be on the Discord server now if you guys would like to have a bit of a chit chat. So that's all from me now. Just as one final before we go, I'll give you guys a POV of the spinning coasters. I don't believe I have done that yet, just as the little goodbye. Oh, my face. Where's my face? Oh, there it is. So yeah, let's give a quick POV of this coaster. Once maintenance get on it. Where are they? Oh, here he walks. Right, let's quickly teleport him over to here so we can get a view. Jessica says it was fun. Thank you very much for enjoying the stream, and we can give you guys a quick POV of this as well while we're at it. So anytime now, come on, anytime. This has to be the way, doesn't it? They should literally start going any second now. Right, as I'm about to go. Come on, there he goes. Right, yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed the stream, and let's do a quick POV of the mini spin, I believe we called it. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. Let's do it.